previous computer. Anyway, so I'm going to be using get. Why I'm going to be using get? Why am I using get?
Because we are consulting the database.
Yeah, that's correct, because we're getting information. Okay, so basically that's how it's going to go. And I'm going to run my API with the little buggy thingy here, and I'm going to run and debug, and my app is running at 440K in here. Now, let's just give a little refresh to what we did with this DB pool over here. Basically, we have our DB pool that is an asynchronous function that is the one that is going to be responsible of connecting to the actual database and retrieving the information from it. And this same pool is going to be responsible of sending the results to the client. Remember that we in the past used rest.send to send the response to the client directly from our endpoint. But since this function is the one that is actually returning the response, we're going to be using it to send data to our client. So basically, we just create a variable to receive the request body. Then we create a very static query that is select everything from users. This query is going to run into our database. So that means that you already must have the users table. Then we're going to be creating this pull request. And then we're going to be passing that queue, that is our query, as a parameter. And then we actually start doing the response, or working with the response in order to send it to our clients. So let's hit it now. If I go to my Postman, a good old Postman over here, let me just move this thing to the other monitor, and I'm just going to send it. Okay, I know that I'm using get, and then I'm hitting /users. But now I am into DB pool. Why is that? Because my endpoint, that is /users.
We can see the Postman with no.
Oh, you can see the Postman. Damn it. Let me just like change it. Oh, Fernando's here. Share. Oh, hold on a sec. Give me just 1 second. Hold on. So, where's my desktop? Here. Is this my desktop? Can you see my desktop now? I don't know what you're seeing. What you're seeing? Are you seeing Trello, or are you seeing Visual
We're seeing the Visual
Studio.
Great, great. So can you see Postman now?
Yeah.
Awesome. So basically what we're doing is that when we hit, let me cancel the request. When we hit this get in localhost 40K and users, and I send it, I hit this part over here. Okay, so I hit that, and that calls my DB pool function. So now this actually is going to connect into the database. At this point, when we get to pull request, it's already connecting. Now it's just about to get the result, to run the actual query that we just did. If I played it, I'm going to have an error over here. You have failed to connect to the valid because I don't have the user's object. So fail to connect to localhost 423 in those seconds, and I can't find the object users. What do you think that thing means? What invalid object name users means?
That we don't have that table assigned.
Exactly that. So I'm not even going to stop this thing, because even though the API and everything is connecting to the database, they are not like strongly related. Okay, they are just endpoints that are communicating, but the fact that one is online doesn't imply that the other is also online. Okay, so basically we're going to be changing something like real quick.
In that case, the server is retrying to connect. I mean, it's gonna have these the responses or the requests multiple times.
Yeah, basically that. The thing is that the main idea of this thing with the pool is, yes, work with multiple requests at the same time, or be calling it, but that we don't block it. Okay, basically like that. I don't know if you were going to that point.
Yeah, that works.
Good, good. So let's actually make some changes to our database so it actually has the table that we're looking for. Right now, I don't have any tables in here. I'm connecting into my NodeDB. Oh, hold on. Move over there. Oh, do whatever you want to. So remember that I'm connecting into my local connection to my local host with that password, with that username, the default port, and the database is NodeDB. So I'm going to go to NodeDB, and then I'm going to create a users table. By the way, if you see this differently to the Microsoft, what is the name? SQL Management Studio for Windows, it's totally normal. So you don't have to do it like this, but usually SQL is more oriented into commands. So you in Management Studio can right click it and create a table, but we in Linux don't do that thing. So I'm going to create a table, like very simple, create a table, whoop, users, and then I'm going to be creating the ID user in a primary key, identity, then 1,1, then username, varchar, maybe 50, something like that, very simple. And then the password is going to be varchar. Yeah, 500 is too much. Okay, so I'm going to select it, I'm going to run it. I have an error in a comma over here somewhere. Varchar 15, 15, 15. Oh yeah, I missed the one in here.
Is
My
that
bad.
an open source DBMS?
Yeah, it can pretty much runs whatever you want. You can connect to SQL Server, IBM, DocDB, Maria, MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, SQLite, whatever. And obviously SQL Server default. So yeah, that's why I use it and I like it pretty much. Okay. So now I already have my users table, but it's empty. Actually, if I refresh it over here, you don't have to like learn this part because you are not going to be using like this RDBMS. You probably are going to be using Management Studio if you use Windows. But still, I just want you to show you, I just wanted to show you that this exists. Okay. Anyway, so I already have my users table, and now I should not be having that error probably. So I'm going to cancel the request. I'm going to make sure that nothing is like stopping in here, and then I'm going to be sending it. Okay. Now I'm going to my DB pool, and everything is just fine. And now I already, if you pay attention to this line over here in my output, I have record sets array 1, record sets array 0, which means that I have a response. I don't have the error anymore, but I have no results. Why is that? So what do you think that I have a response? I don't have the error anymore, but that I don't have any results?
Because the table is empty.
Because the table is empty. That's totally fine. So yeah, now let's add some data then. I'm just going to delete this thing. I'm going to insert into users. Hold on a sec. users, and then I'm going to be saying like, what were my fields? Username, pass, and then values. Then it's going to be like, the pass is going to be blue. And then let me just copy paste this thingy real quick. And then I'm going to be actually it's blue too. Yeah, white, never mind. So I'm just going to run it like that. So there I have all my users. Now let's see if I can actually get them. Again, I never stop this thing. I'm not actually doing anything with the API because I'm just changing stuff from my database. So this thing can be absolutely running, okay, without having no issues whatsoever. Now I'm going to just be clicking this thing over here real quick. So I get the best. I go to console my request, get my endpoint, go to send it. Then we hit my DB pool here again. Let's wait for the results. I receive them over here, and then I'm going to send them into my client. That in this case is Postman. Okay, and there we go. There we have all the information that we need. Now, what am I receiving here?
A JSON.
Yes. Is it JSON? Almost yes. You're almost right. You're right, but not quite.
An array?
An array of what?
Of JSONs?
Yeah, an array of JSON's object. Good. Very, very, very good. Okay, so we have these little square brackets over here that means array basically. And then we have a bunch of JSON objects with them properties and the values and everything separated by commas. So that's how we're going to be receiving our data from SQL. Now, which do you think in here, which ones are the columns?
The keys.
The keys. So these three words are representing the columns. And what will be a row?
The values.
The values. But more specifically, every single object is one row in SQL. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Fair enough. Absolutely good. Okay. Now, do you already know how to insert, delete, and update?
Yes.
Yes? Do we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a challenge right now. I'm going to give you the whole server over here. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to give you the whole server over here. And I'm going to send it into our node challenge here, into our bootcamp channel. Node over here, into nodes. So you already have the example for the insert. And I'm going to give you 15 minutes. Yeah, probably 15 minutes to create at least the update. Okay, but the main idea is going to do the update, the delete. We already have the get. Okay, create the insert, the delete, and the update. It's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is that now in post, you actually going to be sending some data. Is that clear?
Okay.
Yes, it's clear.
I'm having some trouble connecting to my own database. I get an error. I
Okay.
get failed to connect to localhost.
Which are you trying to see it? Well, for those who wants to start right now, working into your assignments, you can start. But if you're having any issues with Node, let me know right now. Okay. So we're going to be using this time also for fixing any issues. So please share your screen and show me the error with your database.
Okay. I think I have to have permission to share screen.
You do. You do. My bad. There you go. Yes, Jose, that's a crude, and the other thing is an array. Yeah, the other thing was an array. That's totally correct. Okay, so you have an error. Your password 12345 Nah. So
It's
Pretty strong password.
yeah, hacker man. So, can you please open your your management studio, please?
here's my database.
Yeah, disconnect, please. And I'll connect again with that password. Everything's working out.
Yes.
Good. So you have your database and everything's good. Now go back to your code. So you have SA, but your username wasn't SA.
I think yes.
You think it did? Oh yeah, it was.
SA,
Yeah, it
SA.
was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So go again to
I think
this.
I think maybe the port is not 1433.
Yeah, it has to. I don't know if you changed it, but if you didn't change that, you're using the default.
Okay.
Okay, so that should be the one. But new connection error, failed to connect localhost. eSocket. Failed to connect, could not connect to sequence. Yes. Can you please just delete the options object in your connection string, please?
Okay. I still get the error.
You still get the error. Yeah. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, now the server is running.
Stack Overflow.
Yeah, the server is running. Everything's good. Now, let me just look at it. The thing is that SQL Server has some situation where it's not always going to allow you to connect from external applications. So can you please go to your management server? Well, that's Management Studio. Go to your management server. Well, to your server management, mostly. So go to Windows button over there. Windows, 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 Windows. There. Now, type SQL. Yeah, you don't want that one. You want that one. SQL Server 2019 Configuration Manager. So you have the SQL Server services, please. And you have automatic run server browser. Yeah. Okay, the SQL Server is running right there. Can you go to the network configuration, please? The other one, please. That one. And then open protocols. And you need to enable those.
Oh.
Yes, you can stop the server and restart it again.
This also?
Well,
Main
yeah,
pipes?
enable
Okay.
it because why not? Yeah, YOLO. So can you please double click TCP IP just to know the information about it? So we have the keep alive. So we have go to IP addresses. So we have the port that is correct, 1433. We have yes, no, the IP address that must be 12700. What? Yes. Go down. Yes, I think we're correct. I think we're correct now.
Okay.
Yes. You can accept now, and now you just need to restart your server. How do you do that? Go to SQL services. On the top, no, hold on a sec.
Oh,
On the top
okay.
right, yeah, there. And now you can just like that SQL server. No, the one that has the like little square icon. Now right click it and stop and start it.
Or restart.
Oh, you can totally restart. And let's wait. If it doesn't work, you restart the computer because yeah, Windows. I think you're making a request. Oh no, it's now try it and let's see if it works. And if it doesn't, just restart the computer.
Oh
No.
no.
Nah, you will need to restart. That's so sad. Oh no, hold on a sec. We had self-signed certificate. Did you see the error?
Yes.
Now, click the line 32 and then Control C. Control Z.
Control C.
Yeah, C, but like in set, like undo.
Oh.
Now save it, run it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you.
was it. Nope. Thank you. Any more questions or comments?
I have an error too.
Yeah, hit it, Angel. Show me.
Let me see screen.
Okay, so connection error. You have the same error. You have basically the same error that we had. What operative system you're using? You're using Windows?
Yes.
Okay,
Just follow
so
the steps that you say,
yeah, please, let's check it out. Just
it didn't work.
okay. So connect failure. Let me see. We have go to the protocols. We have enable. Did you restart the service too? Yeah.
Yes.
Restart.
I mean, I can do.
You have SQL
Okay.
Express.
Okay.
I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, but it's just like, yeah, you have SQL Server Express. Okay, good. So now go to your API and stop it and run it again, just to see the error to see generated. So hold on, don't hit it just yet. Let it start.
Okay.
So we have failed to connect to localhost 4033, could not connect sequence. Yeah, but it's basically the same. You have a connection error. You have a connection error over there. The password is correct. Everything is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I can change this. It's basically the same, but
Yeah, it's basically the same.
Windows.
Yeah. Please uncomment the port. Leave it like regular.
Okay. Never.
And you already have your Arkus database, right?
Yes.
Okay, no, could not select sequence, similar connection pool.
I just tried to connect database that we create with Isaac.
Okay. Is this one that we're seeing?
Yes. I have Windows authentication.
Okay.
There is.
Yeah, it's running. It's working good. Now go again to your API. Just double check the user 12345. Yeah, database, trust certification, encrypt. Can you please comment the options area? Yeah, that one. And of course, remove that comma over there. It's gonna be making some noise. Yeah. Now save it, rerun it. Remember to save it. Okay. And we have the same error. Yeah, this happens. It tends to happen sometimes. Go again to the SQL Server management.
Management or configuration.
Yeah, to the configuration mostly.
Okay.
Okay, so SQL Server services, very good.
Okay. Sure.
So where is the server browser? Do I need you to please turn on the server browser?
This one.
Yeah, this one, please.
I can start.
You can start it. Why you can start it? This one must be able to be started. Okay. And we have the MS SQL server. That is this one over here. Good. Okay. And we have the same protocols enabled. And pretty much that thing. Okay. Okay, please go again to the protocols for the SQL Express Arcus thingy. Yeah, TCP IP. Go to IP addresses. And we have the IP address
What?
1. I mean, you can try that one, but
Yes, but
but don't change it. Don't change it. That's like your default.
okay.
Just double click it. Let me see.
Wait.
Yeah, good. But still pretty much, I'm pretty sure that is going to be happening the same thing. No, is an error in the configuration of the server. Okay. Okay. Close that one, please, because you are going to be having these values in different areas. Go to the protocols, to the SQL Server network configuration, the second item into the list.
SQL Server configuration.
Up. Second one. Yeah, that one. You have no items in there. Go to the native client 11, client protocols. Enable it. Go to the SQL native. Yeah, that one too. Client protocols, enable aliases. Okay, you just enabled this thing. When we were, you just enabled the TCP IP configuration.
Of what?
Of the server, that one, the TCP IP configuration, the TCP. You just did it, but you haven't restarted the computer, because since you have Express, it is possible that you need to restart.
Okay, let me just restart.
Yeah, and let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, just send me that.
Okay.
So there we go. Okay. So meanwhile, we restart this computer. Anyone else has any doubt? Or is in doubt, because it's not has any doubt, is in doubt? How are you doing, guys? Okay, guys. So I'm going to be turning off my camera and microphone, but I'll be with you just like in 5 minutes to give you the chance to actually finish what you're doing right now. And then we continue and let's see what you've done. Okay,
Robert,
just tell me.
sorry, but what we have to do?
Hold on, let me share my screen again. You know that we did the get. We just created the get that from select all users. Hold on, let me share my screen.
We have to do the post and the delete, right?
Yeah, you have to do the insert and the delete or the update.
Oh,
Basically the same thing. The only thing that you're going to be changing is this query somehow. Okay,
okay.
good. Is there a way to set the timeout for the pool? Yeah, it is a way. However, do not change the timeout just yet, because right now your databases are very little. And if you're having a timeout error, it's not because of that. Maybe you have a mistake in your query syntax. Maybe you have a configuration error in your server or something like that. So don't change the timeout just yet, because you are just going to be given it more chance to resolve. But that's only going to be done if you have like a lot of records, and you shouldn't have them right now. Well, hold on a sec. Give me just 2 minutes. I'll be back to you very, very quick. Hey there, guys. Okay, so Miguel, you there? Are you here in the call?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. So what happened is that you are not using the you're not using the SQL or the Windows on the authentication. You're using the SQL Server authentication that goes with your name of your computer, I think. So if you're going to be using Windows authentication, that's for desktop, blah, 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 you need to type your session password, your computer password, to make it work. By the way, that's not the greatest way to work. You're going to be having issues in the future, probably. So if you can create another login with a regular SQL user, we see it. And Angel, if it didn't work, please send me your server.js by Slack. Send it to me so I can check it to more details, so I can tell you exactly what is going on. Okay, because if it's working in my computer, then that means that is something in your SQL configuration. Okay, so we can focus into that. Okay, guys, were you able to do the insert, the delete, or something like that? Something? Not yet. Okay, let me help you out with this one. Okay, so let's continue a little bit. First of all, let me run this thing. Yeah, everything is running, everything's totally good. So the very first thing that we need to fix is that right now, our DB pool is just running one query. I went to release some liquid. Good. So what is the thing that we need to change first in order to make this thing to insert data?
The query.
Absolutely. Now, we can totally just go like insert this and this and this into users, but I mean, that wouldn't be great because that means that we can insert, but now we cannot retrieve. Okay, so we want to prepare this function so we can take any query. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so let's go to where I am calling it. Okay, so where I'm calling my DB pool into get users. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is that in here in users, I'm going to be saying that let
Te entretienes.
you what? So yeah, we can totally hear you. Okay, so yeah,
Lol.
yeah, F on the thicker GIF. So make predefinite queries, yes. But actually we're going to remove them from here. I'm going to creating this select everything from users. I'm going to cut it and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, into users. And then I'm going to be passing Q as a parameter to my DB pool. How do I do that? Very, very simple. I just add a come over here and I send Q. So now I go to my DB pool. I need to add also the parameter. And then what is going to be the value of this Q?
The connection keys or
Nope. Actually, I can erase it because if you pay attention in here, Q, I'm already sending it from here. Is that clear?
okay.
Yeah, good. So the other thing from users, the query to pass, okay, exactly like that, but we're going to be specifying that from the endpoint. Okay, so we can use the same pool with any query. Is that clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Good. Okay, I'm just going to be putting this code over here a little bit, more to the top so I don't have to scroll a lot and you can see it more clear. So more clearer, it's just clearer. So now let's do it. Let's do it like this. Let's make an insert. So I actually going to copy this code like this, just like this. So I want to send information to the server. So what HTTP verb I need to use? Post, exactly that. So apt-get post, and the endpoint is going to be the same. It's also going to be users because I'm posting users, okay? That's the only thing that I'm going to do. The only difference in here is that since I want to insert, I'm going to be changing this SQL query here to say something like, and I already have it over here. Insert into users, username and pass, values, column and white. We should specify which DB use DV. No, we don't. We didn't specify that because we have that hard coded into our database. We never use DV. Okay, maybe we use it when we're doing something different, but right now, since our API is only connecting to database, no DV, we don't need to use DV, okay? Because we are not hitting the master database into the server. We are not getting the server. We're getting into the server, into the DV. But good, that's a good thing if we're going to be different things, okay? Or if we're going to be connecting to a server, but not to a specific database. But a good call, it was a good call, okay? So now I'm going to insert the users pass common white, but I'm going to be doing it to, I think it was grenade man. Oh, actually it was like grenade man, and he was green, if I recall. If I know my Mega Man good. So now I have everything like for here. Oh, I think I changed the opposite one. Yeah, I changed this one wrongly. This one goes here. This one goes here. And the post goes in here. My bad. Okay. So now with post, I'm going to be doing the insert. Now with get, I'm going to be using the retrieve, the select, the get. Okay. So let's try to run it and see what happens. Now, even though this may work, it's not great. Why? Because we are hard coding the name that we're passing in here. That is good, yes, but it's kind of useless, okay? Ideally, we want to make this thing to be able to receive any parameters or to receive whatever values we want in here to insert them into the database. Still, let's try it this way, okay? Let's just go into our postman over here, and I'm going to be changing to post. Same URL. The only thing that I changed was post. So I'm going to send it, and I correctly hit post as variable. Yeah, exactly that. Almost right there. Okay, almost right there, Dante. So basically, I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to hit it. I'm going to be saying, oh yeah, the query maybe is going to work, maybe not. The console log is something. I want to see my terminal over here. I don't know if I want to see my terminal. So I'm playing it. And the debug console. And now I have a zero array. I had the array result as undefined. But now let's go to my get and see if I actually inserted it. Oh, what is not finishing right now? Whoop. And now I have my grenade mine that is green. Again, this works, yes, but not entirely, because we need to hard code the information in here. We need to hard code the values, the name and the password of the people that we are inserting into the database right here. That is not going to be of a good use. So we already talked about the body of the request thingy. So I'm going to be copying this one because we don't need it anymore in here. Probably I'm going to leave it because maybe in the future we're going to use it. But right now in here, I'm going to add this value. Remember that all the requests have head and have the body. And in the body of the request, we have parameters rec.body.color. Almost like there. Almost there.
So we can pull the request body from any value into the query, or
yeah, exactly that. You can pull any value from the body of the request and put it in the query.
but the syntax is going to be something different, or
yeah, the syntax. Let's say that, for example, is going to be like this. Let name equals to renademan. Of course, in a real scenario, this will come from the body of the request, okay? But the only thing that you're going to do is that you can do it like this. Whoop. Just adding that plus over there and add the variable. and you will be having this value in here. Okay. You can also do it as Dante just said, and actually it is better if we use like interpolation. It is a lot better. But you can also do it like that. Okay. So the thing is that from the body of the request, remember when we did the login with the name? I think I have another post. Remember we did this one? We got from the body of the request, we get the username or the last name and the first name. So the same way, we're going to be in that one, but we're going to be getting those values from our post in here. We're going to send it in here with post and then body and then raw application JSON. And in here, you're going to be changing these values to the actual names that you're looking for. Probably is going to be like username and pass or something like that. You're going to change them over here, and then you're going to apply them here, as I told you how. Okay, so it's 11:29, so the class is over. So the assignment for today, okay, for today is just finish this method. Just finish this method, finish this function, and finish the inserting from Postman. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Great, absolutely. Okay, guys, of course, as always, you can tell me about your doubts and send me your code. I'm going to check yours when I finish the class, and I will tell you how we can kind of fix it. I have a meeting, but I'm going to help you with that. And as soon as I have an answer for you, I'm going to tell you. Okay, rest of the class is dismissed. We see each other, I suppose, tomorrow with React, that I really hope that I can be on time for React. Okay. See you guys. Take care. Have a good one.
See you.